Super close up.
Waiting for my throne here. But yeah, it's from when you like go to play the movie or whatever. It's like the title page or whatever.
Yeah.
Hi, friends.
So how was your week? Because I gotta tell you, my last week.
I don't even care about my week. I want to It was long. Move past it.
So last Thursday, we have to go from last Thursday, was my birthday.
You almost died.
Yes, I almost died with the chicken.
But I saved you by laughing.
I think I saved myself, and I was like, "Don't puke, go down, grab, and save yourself." All right.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. So I've talked about having a birthday curse. So I don't do anything on my birthday. But this year I decided to do something for my birthday. So my parents made, I don't know how to really explain this because it's so good. It is like garlic and butter chicken wings that they cook till it's so, like it's not crunchy, but like crunchy. I mean,
crispy.
Crispy. Like it's good. Crispy.
Can I just ask you something? I thought your mom was making cupcakes. What happened?
She did. No, she did.
Oh, okay.
She made and cupcakes and mashed potatoes for the side dish for the chicken.
Cupcakes are nice.
So, so I eat the chicken. It is delish. I am in seventh heaven. Mashed potatoes, perfect. I go to the cupcakes, and I don't know if you saw the pictures from last year, but they're little rock hard candies on top.
Those are nasty.
Right.
You just broke your teeth on them.
Well, thanks for saying that.
Oh, shit.
So, I'm an old man.
Foreshadowing.
I am old man, and I had a tooth break a while ago.
Yeah.
And you find out when you get really old, you start debating over prices and stuff like that, and you go, "It's fine. It's not infected. It's whatever." Well,
it's infected now.
No. Another piece broke off.
Oh.
But when it fell off, it no.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you swallowed it.
I don't know. I probably did. We'll just let that go.
Okay.
But it released all living like oh my god. It's nerves. And there was actually like a nerve hanging out of it that hadn't died. So my mouth went from A to Z. So like now I did swell a little bit. So now I'm like, oh my god, my mouth's really bothering me. I'm like, I feel like I need to chew something because do you ever get that like chewing thing? Like you feel like you have to chew. So I'm chewing some gum and I'm like, this is uncomfortable. And all of a sudden, like I feel something because of course I can't leave it alone because you can never leave whatever's
play with it.
Whatever's in your shoe or in your mouth, you have to keep playing with. You ever notice that? Like if you have a rock in your shoe, you know it's hurting you, but you keep playing with it, like you keep trying to grab it or whatever. Like in your mouth. So now I'm like, oh my god, like so now it's like something like 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning, like 1:00, and I am like. My mouth is like it's really bad.
Is this Friday night?
Right.
Okay.
So Saturday, I wake up at 6:00 in the morning with like my head about to pop.
Oh my god!
What?
That's so distracting.
The cat's looking. So I am in rough shape. Now, I'm not telling anyone I'm that bad of shape. Like, Shannon knows. Now, we have a hockey game to listen to, which is my team against her team. And we have all this food. From hot wings to
like I'll lick them.
Potato salad. Potato skins, pizza, all this good stuff. And I'm like, so noon comes, I eat some pizza, and I'm like, chewing on one side, like leaning so gravity takes it, and I am like,
and then in your brain always like wants to push it to the other side. You're like, oh shit, I can't chew on this side. Yeah.
And then the night the game hits, I can't do it. Like it's really that bad. So this is how bad it gets. I take an ice pack with a big long towel and wrap it around, and have to take old pair of underwear because of the elastic to try to tie it around. And there's a picture out there of me.
Shannon, I want the picture. Shannon?
She's not on.
I'll get you your stuff.
And she's like, it's all free. It's all free. Give me that picture. It's free. But you won't because of the old underwear. Because let's be truthful, it's not mine underwear.
It's your mom's.
Let me tell you, my mouth ain't that bad. So now I'm just.
It's the crotchless, aren't they?
It's the gummies. No,
it's your dad's stirrups.
So I'm the chaps.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's not. I'm not. I'm like. I'm okay with ice on it, but I'm not okay. Like I can still feel the throb.
You take anything?
Yeah, I'm taking like ibuprofen, but
it's like not even like helping at all.
Like I have to admit, I was inches away. I'm like, I'm just getting drunk. I won't feel anything. I'm just gonna get drunk. Like, I'm gonna get shit. But I'm like, no, because you know who
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my god, this is so bad. My mouth is like, boom, boom. I'm like, it feels like it's out here. I kept asking if people were swollen. They said, it's a little bit here because it's up top, but nothing. Like it's not. And of course, I was icing it galore, so I don't know how it could swell, even if it wanted to. And I'm like, oh,
do you keep playing with it?
Right. Oh, well, now I'm not. Like like at this point, I'm like, but like I look in the mirror and you can actually see what was hurting me, like sticking out, like, and you could see the nerve like sticking out. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it was really nothing. It was like a little piece of white, like like you expected to look like something else, and I was just like, that's it. Like with a flashlight. All of a sudden,
you're in there with pliers, aren't you?
Don't laugh. The night before, I had gone with pliers.
What?
Because there's still like half a tooth. I was like, that's it. I'm ripping it out. I'm hardcore, man. Hey, I rode horses my whole life. Like, we drank out of hoses. You know what I mean? I drink
out of a hose. I don't think I'd be taking a pliers.
I was like, that was that desperate. But I couldn't because it's a back one. It's too deep. Like, it's in my brain. So you pull that out, you're like, it shuts off.
Don't you want that though?
Yeah, you know what? At that point, I would have been like shoving it up there. So now I've ruined the whole game night thing. And her team wins. Congratulations to the Bruins, but they're the best team in the league, and they blew us out, even though we had 2 goals cold back. Whatever. So and it wasn't fun because I didn't feel good. So there was no good bantering like what we wanted to, So okay, I'm fine. Now she's like, let's cancel the live on Sunday. Yeah, you haven't even thought that far, have you? And I'm like, no, I'm not. Right? And I'm like, no, I'm not. And she's like, how are you going to get yourself up this high to be jokey and nice? And like, because I'm just like there's one point there's a towel in front of my mouth, and I'm basically like doing this so I can drink, and like because cold is feeling good. Like, well, it hurts, but good. Like it's that good pain. So I am in rough shape. Barely sleep Saturday night. Up at 6 o'clock again, like throbbing even worse again. Because when I sleep, oh my gosh. So it's Sunday. Sunday goes, how you doing? And luckily my dad gets Orajel. And we start putting that on, and now I can't feel nothing.
So now like your whole entire mouth is
like now I'm good. Like now I'm good. Like finally I'm good. And we're like, okay, perfect. Like, let's just get through today. And she's like, you sure you don't want me to cancel? I'm like, no. And the problem is that I like the Orajel, but it really only lasted so long.
Yeah.
Like it didn't last as long. And I'm like, don't put it on. My mouth is throbbing, but put it on right before I go on. Because it's like, you can't, so she like numbs me up. I go out, and I don't know, did you even know there's anything wrong with me? Like, I love if my mom's on, she's not. She was like, you were saying the same jokes. You were doing like the same type of stick all the time. And I was like, I was just trying to get through. Like I was just trying to get through this without.
How long was the live?
We started at 8:30 and we got done at 10:30, so it was 2 hours. Still 2 hours, like doing it.
Yeah.
Then we pack up, take her home. That night, she asked me how. Like I took her out. I'm taking her home at like 11 o'clock, getting home at 11:30 or something like that. Something like that. I am feeling a little bit better. Not great, but a little bit better. Next thing I know, I fall asleep because I think I'm just exhausted from the whole. I'm just exhausted.
Drained. Yeah.
Because I haven't slept. I've been no naps, no nothing. I have been going all weekend. Now my whole weekend's ruined because I've just been in pain. I haven't enjoyed anything. I've been up till 2:00, 3:00 every Friday, Saturday night. Up late. Sunday I crash. Monday I wake up. I can do anything I want. I can eat whatever I want. I've been dancing. I can smack my face. I can do it. Fine. I have no problems. No problems with my teeth. Nothing. I ate dinner tonight. Did you even think? Nope. But the other half is still in there. Because what happened was I had broke. It was a half. So if you take your whole tooth and you cut it in like an. Sorry. Don't flirt like that. Sorry. Brian, no. It broke originally like in an L shape. So there was a front and a side. The front fell off. So now it's just like a side. And there used to be like not to gross you out, like a little hole. Yeah. Now I feel like the hole's filled in, but I still have half. And I'm just like, Monday, I pick her up and she's, how do you feel? I'm like, I feel fine. She's like, are you sure you want to get something to eat? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I've been eating, you name it, I've been eating it. You see me at dinner, say don't eat. I've been drinking. Not a problem. All week long. I haven't taken that, like I put the Orajel, like I haven't had to use it since Sunday. 2 nights. The night that was my birthday to celebrate something.
What was your plan? What? Did you cancel any plans?
No, but I didn't enjoy it. Yeah. Like we're supposed to listen to the Wild versus because I'm a Wild fan, and we're supposed to have I didn't eat anything, and it was like on Monday I ate the hot wings from Saturday because like it was like I can eat. And Shannon's like, "You really okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine." I'm like, I'm like smacking my teeth together, and she's like, "Yeah, that was just killing you like a day ago." I was like, "Birthday curse." I cannot explain to you. As soon as Monday came and we had no plans to do anything, my mouth was fine.
So now you know.
So I know this is why I don't celebrate my birthday. People say, "Why don't you celebrate it?"
So now we have to start celebrating August 20 whatever, and was it the 22nd at?
Yeah, 22nd.
Oh, hi Georgette. Yeah, at 12 o'clock. That's our birthday now.
Yep, because it was, and I will, because my mom's on. I want to thank my mom and my dad because they went out and got me Orajel. They got me stuff because I was in a rough shape. Like those 2 days, if you said we got to put you down, I'd be like, thank you. It was rough shape. My tooth was gone. And then Monday came and it was like, done.
Oh my God.
I've never had
that. Is your life, though.
That is my life. That is my life. I've never, it's one of the things, and then I like to thank Shannon. I had told you like Shannon had kind of put me back into my place because I'm a toy collector, but sometimes you get addicted and you go too far and you end up buying like tons of stuff. Well, I was going too far. I didn't buy stuff in the house. So I landed up,
Summer birthdays are better anyways.
Yeah, we're celebrating in your backyard, Ashley. We're just going to make sure you have a clown, a tent.
We got the clown.
So
you can put your tent, right? Sorry.
Ashley. No, now we're not allowed to come over now. So you
can do it in my backyard then.
So we're going. This is getting worse and worse. She's like, thank God I'm just not included anymore. So I go
I'll drag
to the store on Wednesday because you know how I go searching for store. So remember I told you I saw a figure that I really wanted and I passed it. And then the next time I went, it wasn't there. And then a friend says, "Oh, it's online for like $50." And I'm like, it was 34 or 32 at the store. I'm not paying that for that.
Yeah.
I go on Wednesday. 3 figures I've wanted and looked for are all there. Shannon goes, buy them. You've had such bad luck last weekend. Buy them. Buy them all.
What a gal.
And one of them was supposed to be for like $45 and ended up being like $30 for one. So I got deals on top of it. She's like, you better like enjoy. I'm like, yeah, because it's not my birthday.
You're like in bed cuddling though.
I was like, oh my God, what's happening?
I actually have one in my pocket.
She was like, what? She was like, because I always say, like, I'm not doing something. Like, she's like, let's go out for your birthday. I'm like, we'll go next weekend. Why? I will just go next weekend. Because I already know anything that's on my birthday, it goes wrong for me. And people don't believe this. Like, they think it's all in my head. But, like, I didn't eat anything on Friday that should even broke my tooth. Nothing.
Well, sprinkles.
Well, not sprinkles weren't that bad, but
you chew on the bone. You're not supposed to chew on the bone.
And the worst part was, it was that I've been eating them like the cupcakes now, which is still good, but they weren't as good as on Saturday and Sunday. I had to wait till almost Tuesday to eat them.
Yeah,
and they're still good, but but you just kind of like, oh, they would have been so much better. But even though my mom put them in a nice little case, so it stayed nice and moist and yummy, but there's, I don't know, something about it. Like, you know what I mean?
I was gonna say something, but I don't remember what it was.
Like nice and like something about when they're first cooked, like that day / the next day, and she had cooked them on Friday, and I had eaten. The picture on Facebook of me blowing? That's right before like all disaster blows up.
Oh, I remember. I was gonna say it probably was just hanging on by a thread, anyways,
right,
and then whatever it's just like the last.
It probably was. That's what Shannon said. That's what we tried to mentally think of. But it's nice enough. It was on my birthday. Beautiful. She's here already. Shannon, a little late. She's here already. A little late.
Wow.
So I have the new topic is these are vacations, places or destinations or sightseeing tourist type of traps, if you will, that really aren't as good as you think they are for particular reasons. So
did you know the number one letdown place to visit
is probably on here?
Is Paris.
Yeah, thanks. No, I don't even know if it's on here because I literally have so many. Like, we're gonna have to skip some of these because there's so many. Like, some of these make sense to me though.
It's okay. Take your time.
Yeah, thanks.
We have we're only 17 minutes in, so you have another hour to.
Oh, good. I can sing a dance.
And you can chew down. So
yeah. So I'm just going to go. I don't know if these are in order, but this is the order they give me. But it actually makes sense. Plymouth Rock. Did you ever go there as a kid?
I think so.
Okay. Do you understand when you go? So do you know what Plymouth Rock is when you actually go? It's a fenced-in rock that says 1620. That's it. Like
maybe I haven't then.
Like, it is the biggest.
Or if I have, I don't remember it because obviously
it is the biggest. Like, you can't wait to go. Like, you can't wait to go. We're going to Plymouth Rock. Yeah, going to the Rock. Oh, we're going to the Rock. And somehow in 5th grade, this sounds amazing until you get there, and it's literally a rock this big with just a date written on it, and it's fenced in, and you look over and you're like, okay, now what?
It's not just a boulder, it's a rock. The pioneer used to ride these babies for miles.
Some of these, though, I'm going to talk to you about that when I slightly looked at some of the stuff, that you'll be amazed how much it cost. That's why it gets like that's what some of the faces are. You're going to be like, what? Uh-oh.
Been there. It's definitely a letdown when you're a kid. Pappy took me there and had to bring me other places to make the trip with.
Did you go to Ocean Spray? Like the factory, like, here, go to the spray. Like, try some cranberry juice. It's better than the Rock. And you're like, at least I'm drinking something.
I was thinking of what is it in? I think it was in Plymouth where like it's like the whole like pilgrimage thing.
Oh yeah. No, it's not though. The Blarney Stone. Now I've seen this.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so you go.
The stone that's Blarney.
it's called the Blarney Stone. It's you're supposed to like lean backwards and kiss the stone that's part of like a like castle, and it's supposed to has this religious thing, but you have to like lean back, and someone has to hold you for you to kiss this thing. Like it's not easy, and it's just a stone, and it's like you have to lean back. You have to like lean back, hold on to something, and kiss the stone.
Oh, it's in Ireland.
It's in Ireland. Yeah, I'm sorry. And the problem is, they say is that you have to wait several hours, and usually the rock is really moist and slimy.
Ew.
Which a lot of people complain, and I'm like, and then you got to sit there and.
Is it slimy because everyone's mouth has been on it?
Well, no, because Ireland is kind of always kind of yeah, it's a moist place to be. Yeah, and then the question is like you have to spend hours kissing, like what are you doing? You're clicking on things you should be clicking on.
No, well, I read a head thing. Oh.
Yeah, well, that's for that. Yeah, and it's part of a castle, but everyone thinks this is an amazing thing until like they actually get there, and they say it's a big letdown. So I don't know.
What is it supposed to do? Give you good luck?
It's supposed to, it's supposed to give you good luck or a wish or stuff like that.
Yeah, fuck that.
Now I've been here. I have been here. Stonehenge. Now, when I went back in the '90s, showing how my age is, it was actually taped off because someone had spray painted it. Now, when you look at that Stonehenge, it's a beautiful thing. But when you're actually there and you're walking around it, the beauty's there for like 1 minute and then it's gone. Especially see all those pictures? They're at sunset or sunrise. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty, but if you go like midday, it's like just a bunch of it's just a bunch of tall rocks. Like it, I know there's so much like history, but when you go a certain age, you don't appreciate that. Like you have to go when you're older to even remotely go, oh wow, this. And then what happens is, I don't know if they still do it or not, but they used to have it all roped off, so you couldn't even go in. So you just kind of like, yep, there they are. I remember walking all the way around, going, all right, this is not like.
Is it roped off because
because someone had spray painted it back then. But this is the '90s, so someone could say no, they don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore, and that's fine. But they didn't have that. No, they didn't have that.
Okay, they really fucked this bitch up.
No, looking at a picture that someone put the queen on each single. No, that's not what they had done. They put their initials. So I have seen this, and I have to say, it is beautiful, but when you have to, like, kind of just, I don't know, it's beauty and it goes real fast. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, oh, okay, I've seen it. Yeah. Like, and of course, I was a high school kid, so take it for what it's worth. Now, I've never been to here, Niagara Falls. But I gotta tell you, every time I see Niagara Falls on TV, it's a waterfall. Yeah. And I just go, oh, that's pretty. Done. Like, I don't know if I could sit there and watch that type of thing. The next one, I did this one with my family at the time, and it was pouring rain. And I have to say, I'm glad it was pouring so bad, because I was literally standing there going, this is lame. It's Times Square. I was in Times Square, but it was just a normal, like, Tuesday, whatever. And it was like, oh, okay.
See,
did you?
I wasn't let down.
Oh,
I was overwhelmed.
Were you?
Because New York.
Oh, like, New York overwhelmed. Yeah. See, I wasn't overwhelmed. It was more of a, wow, they really do have billboards all, like, it. I did get that whole, like, wow, these are huge billboards. Like, because that's right away, I felt like, because everyone was super big. It was pouring rain, but I remember, like, my family, all they wanted to get to, well, so did I, was the Toys R Us on the corner. We're like, it's raining, Toys R Us, let's go. Like, and Marin was little, so she was like, let's go. Like, but I remember it just kind of being like, I think it's very. I think I'd be more in awe if I was there for New Year's. And you got I'd never want. But I'm talking about like the environment, because it's kind of like it's just a normal street with just extra large. So it's like like once you see it on TV and you see it real, I think seeing it on TV, you actually get a better view of it, because when you're on the ground, you can only see a little bit at a time. Yeah. And I don't know, when I went, there was construction to certain buildings, so it kind of took.
There's always construction.
I know, but it takes away from that movie beauty.
Yeah, and then while you're there, you also have to worry about like everyone trying to fucking steal everything, and then the fucking people in the goddamn costumes, like, oh, let's take a picture as they like rip you over, and it's like, I want money now.
Yeah.
It's like, no, fuck you. You wanted the picture. You have the picture.
I know. Well, they didn't have type of those things when I was a kid.
They had a recreation of the Mayflower boat, so we went on that and then walked around shops in Plymouth.
Oh, she's still stuck on the rock, huh? No.
Don't about me. I mean,
I actually would be interesting. The Mayflower. Not the stone. Like, I'd rather go see on the Mayflower.
Yeah.
I know this
what was that? Ashley, what was that place that we went to with the pilgrimage? What is that called?
Now, this is not on the list, but this is what I'm going to tell you right now. We went to go see, because I went to London for about 10 days or 2 weeks or whatever it was. I went to go see where Shakespeare's lived. Mm-hmm. And I was so excited for this. I was like, this was like one of the,
bucket list checkoffs.
Yeah, not bucket list, but definitely like, oh my God, it's going to be amazing. It was a shack that had like a fucking wooden chair, straw bed. Like, it was so like, oh my God, this is exactly what I like. You ever get like, you see exactly like, you're like, this is what poor middle, like, what's the word? Medieval.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, you walked in, it was like, oh, it's a straw bed. Well, that's a surprise. Like, oh, it's a wooden chair. Well, that's a surprise. Like, and you're looking around and you're like, there's no lights. There's like just little things. And you're just kind of like, all right, I've seen this. Like, I live in New England. I feel like this is a normal house besides the,
like, that's how I feel like going to like the mansions around here. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, I've seen marble floors everywhere. Like, please. Like, oh,
my house is so much better than
yours. In front, please.
Okay, so they live like this. So why am I like looking around at these people's houses?
Really why in the front we have Bailey?
Oh my God, that's fine. Too far.
Too far. Why are you laughing?
Because it's fun. Sturbridge Village.
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't go there either, people.
I actually really enjoyed it.
Did you? Yeah. Oh, no.
That sounds pretty cool.
The Four Corners. Do you know what the Four Corners are?
Was it the...
Okay.
Which one?
Ice cream, yes. No, it's where Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. And it says at least it's for free. But, oh yeah, that's the other thing. You have to go spend a fortune to go see like a wooden chair. And I remember being like,
what's to say with the fucking mansions? Like, nobody lives here.
No one's going to live here. Right. There are no heating in here. Like, because you ever notice in the mansions, there's like these giant fireplaces because they didn't have central heating.
Right.
But they only have certain rooms that have it. So that's the only rooms you can be in the winter. But it's basically for free. And basically they all say it's basically... The problem is there's so many crowds there. By the time you get there, it's like, here it goes. Okay, move on. Mm-hmm. You don't have time to really play of it. I do like this one, the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa.
So it's they were saying how much it basically you go, you look at it, it leans, everyone takes the pictures. Yeah, but you can't climb it if you wait in line and exert yourself near utter strangers in order to gasp an okay view of an Italian countryside, which I thought you weren't allowed to go in it. So that means they must have secured it now. Because years ago it was sinking. Like, that's why, And ready for this? It's about $20 to even walk into that place.
$20?
To walk into a building
that might collapse on you.
No, they've stabilized it, but yeah, it's $20.
Just like a piece of wood holding it up on that.
You and me, we'd be like, hey, we'd be like standing, it's like flat, we'd be like, it's not leaning anymore.
What's that sound?
I'm sorry, Mr. Perry, there's a weight limit. Sorry. Westminster Abbey is not impressive. Basically, it's just graves for Brits like Charles Dickens, Darwin, and where such as H.R.H. Prince William and the Duchess of Cambridge walk down on their wedding day.
Mm.
They say it's basically as much as like you walk through. That's what this is. What a lot of it's like. You walk through it, you're done. Like once, and it's not very big. So once you walk through it, for going like it's not a day project. It's like we're going to go like 10 minutes to the Abbey, and that's what a lot of these are like.
I went on a school trip somewhere, and I don't remember what. They're like, okay, we're going to go to this church.
Right.
And they might be in session when we go, so you have to be really quiet. Yeah. I'm like, why are we going to church?
Yeah, no. The best
especially when there's a mass going. Why are we going?
There's the best story I've ever had in my life. This is one of the best stories. So we back to the London trip. We went to the oldest cathedral / church that's ever been
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the oldest. So we walk in, and this thing is like barely. I mean, it is barely standing. Like you can just tell. Like you just feel like that big gust of wind's gonna come. It's gonna like because you just feel it. Like I'm not joking. Like it just felt thin. It felt like everything was like you could see like the blocks, if you will. Like it wasn't even. Like it was like it was like you're like, oh my god,
the 3-year-old.
Yeah. Like you're like, oh my god. Like they sit down, and the best story I have is this old guy, and I can't tell you half about this church because it was so big, and we were sitting and all in chairs that every time the old guy would turn, because he was in World War II, but every time he would turn, he'd go, so in this cathedral in 18, and he would talk, and his voice would travel, and you couldn't hear him because it would travel because it was so big.
Yeah. And
then he would turn around, and then he would still be talking, but he would be
right. Like I missed that,
but he kept turning, and then we were like, "What did he say? What did he say?" So I can't tell you anything about the cathedral besides it's the oldest church cathedral ever, and
in 18,
and like no, he was going through like the period of time and how it almost was bombed and how it was bombed. Like I know it was a bomb in the graveyard outside or something. And I can't even. No, you're gonna look it up. I don't even. It's in England. You have to put England. Yeah, there it is. It's exactly what it looks like. Look, see? It looks like it's about to fall apart on you. Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd pay $20 to stay outside of it.
It was free. I think so. It was part of the package. I'm not sure.
Oh, what?
What's up, Brian? Oh, you enjoying?
He must be on a layover.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't he out and about?
What time's your flight, buddy? He's like, I'm not actually here anymore. He's not. Oh, no, he is. He's
like, hey, bye. See here. I didn't know what this was at all. So, this is a place called Wall Drug Store.
Is it just a wall?
Oh my god. So about 10,000 signs alert you to the fact that the wall drug is ahead when you drive across South Dakota, probably on your way to or from Mount Rushmore. The signs are fun, giving you something to look at while you're driving.
What? Did you miss it?
Stop, I'm trying to read.
I'm sorry.
Since what seems like an endless highway, but just keep on driving, don't stop. Once a gimmick, but a real drugstore. Wall Drug is now a shopping mall that specializes in crap. Imagine fake cowboy hats, fake cowboy boots.
Oh, I was wondering why they were showing that.
That's what it is. And not to mention overpriced food, and as far as the eye can see, the only thing that's worth stopping is for the jackalope made-up rabbit antelope crossbreed statue that they still free cup of water. And a still free cup of water.
Wow.
That's it. So once you get that road and you see all those amazing signs that tell you can't wait to go, keep driving. Is that you?
Because my first flight leaves at 8:50. We start boarding soon.
He's like, I wanted to get some sleep in, so I watched you guys.
Probably.
He's like, I'm never going to. Brian's like, I'm never going.
He's like, I'm actually just passing time, and you guys are.
He's like,
the only thing
Wall's drugs now. So right, this is a dumb. Okay, this is good. The Mona Lisa. What
we've all seen pictures of it.
Right. No,
so
but this is the part that I actually was amazed by.
Okay.
You actually have to stand in line on your way to room 111 to see Leonardo da Vinci's famous Mona Lisa. And to tell you, it looks exactly how you think it is, except it's a lot smaller. A lot of people don't know that it's like the pictures that we constantly see is blown up, and the actual real one is really, really small.
How small is it?
It doesn't say. You can Google that. Is it worth the wait to spend up to hours to peer through a bulletproof glass to see it? It's up to you. So, like, that's the thing. The people stand in hours and hours to see it.
It is 30.32 inches.
That's actually not that big.
Yeah, because a piece of paper. No, I know, but
it's like, oh my god, I put my wallet.
Well, if you think like a piece of paper is 24 inches. I mean, 12 inches.
Right.
8 by 11, right?
Right.
So it's like
a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's not that big.
Like,
you expect it to be like
not even 3
like
pieces
that's
of paper.
bigger than them.
Yeah,
that's
probably.
Bigger. What are those pictures that you have?
8 by 8.
So what would you probably 2 of those probably on top of each other? That's probably the
that's picture. 16. 8 plus 8 is 16.
Well, that's a little bigger than I thought. Then.
No, it probably is that big. It's big.
Yeah, it's probably that big then. Yeah.
Wow.
I've
seen so many pictures online.
Somehow you expected bigger.
Well, yeah, because every
other picture seems to be
like in movies, it's like, oh, it's a giant thing.
Yeah, I know. No wonder they don't take that long to roll it up. That's how lame we are. The Empire State's Building, which just makes sense to me.
Just a building.
Because people like walk all the way up to it.
Fuck that.
Right? Did you know it's now it has now gone up to almost $20 just to walk up that building?
No, thank you.
$20 to walk up
anything.
And if you know, and it's all like you can barely see over it now because they've like
built
so much stuff on. So you can't jump off because so many people are like jumping off, and it's not worth $20.
I don't like heights, so that's not a thing that I'm willing to spend $20 to.
This is the best one.
Look at.
Don't go to the Alamo. I don't get this.
I don't even know what that is.
Come on, it's where all the
That's not how you spell that. How do you spell it?
Alamo is Alamo, and you don't know about the Alamo? What did they teach you in history class? It's with Davey.
You are funny.
That's the Alamo, and it's supposed to be basically the last frontier there. It's a shrine. It's basically what happens is a last big fight right there on the Mexican-American War, and basically everyone dies in the Alamo. Everybody. Oh. And it's supposed to be this.
Oh, you can get a Lego set. Perfect.
And
who wants that?
I have 3. But they actually, because it's a shrine, they make you remove your hats, and most of the time it's so the people don't know it's so small. Which I didn't know because it's a fort that people actually fought out of, but it's so small that it's too crowded and too hot, and most people are complaining to get out as soon as they get in. And that's like you really don't think that, but again, you're in San Antonio, so it doesn't say you have to pay. So I wouldn't think you have to pay for a shrine because they call it, but they make you take off your hats and stuff, which is not a big deal, but like you're already kind of doing because so many men and women died in there because it was the last stand. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Tower of London. Now, you basically, I don't know about you, I did this one, but I didn't see. It says includes past the crown jewels, but I don't remember seeing that. I don't. I don't. Maybe it was cut off or something. Like but it was. It says up to $40 now to kind of walk through the tower, and maybe you can see the things, but they said that basically it's almost for queues are up to an hour to order a ride, a people mover. So I guess you could. That's if you get those people like that move for you. No, I'm serious. In London, it's basically the skip, like like Disney. You have that pass.
Yeah.
$40. I'm gonna pay $40 to see that place.
Guess it's all
Little Mermaid statue. Walk through the. Oh no.
Copenhagen
for no other reason to see a 4-foot high statue stuck in a water slide. While jostling a space along a bunch of other tourists who got snooked into doing this. And I guess this is supposed to be a long time to take a picture with him because there's so many people trying to get a picture with her from afar. Like the way you can kind of take a picture, like.
Is this her?
Yeah.
Is it? You're missing it. What's happening here?
What's happening? Well, she didn't feel like herself that day. Mount Rushmore. That's another one. This is another one that makes sense.
Which?
Okay.
Well, I've never been there, but what I've heard.
My mom wrote something.
What was the name of the battlefield you dragged us up this mountain in 100 degrees to see a little plaque with the name of the battle?
Oh yeah, I did. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I remember being so excited to see it. There was like this little tiny plaque, and be like, that's again one of those like in your head. Like I had read about it, so I was so excited. It was at a horse show, and I don't remember where we were. Oh yeah, same thing. We went to go see where Mark Twain gets buried. I totally thought it was like there it is. Like the second you go there, you instantly realize not what I thought it was going to be. Somehow, like when you're a kid or when you're in that younger, or you just I don't know, you just
picture
you picture like it's going to be so amazing, so breathtaking. It's like it's just like the picture, but it's like. I can't look at it all at once like I can in the picture. I have to like look at this one, look at that, Like.
Anyways, back to Mount Rushmore.
Right.
I hear that it's so cloudy most of the time that you literally have like 5 seconds to look at it when the cloud moves out of the way. And you might see you're most likely not gonna.
Well, this is where they say is the best way to see them is by a giant platform that not everyone goes to, but bring binoculars because there's no viewing thing.
Perfect.
Also, there are 100 people around trying to get see the same 4 giant faces. Next. Yeah.
I do have to say, the Grand Canyon, that's pretty cool. Pictures don't do that justice.
Yeah. I think that might be an overwhelming thing, too. But I know that's not. Wait a minute. Oh, yes, there is. But this is not. Okay, I'll read that one.
Okay.
All right. It says the Grand Canyon Skywalk, which I think is a little different than going to see the Grand Canyon.
Is that just like.
So you might remember when this opened in 2007, people went nuts over the idea of a glass walkway out over the rim of the Grand Canyon. Yeah, I remember this. This used to be like this.
Oh.
Yeah, like a horseshoe thing, right?
Yeah.
So, and the object was you could walk out and look down. You couldn't pay me enough to do that.
Mm-mm.
Like my feet, my palms.
We walked down.
But you're in the Grand Canyon. Like,
that
you know
was
what I'm saying?
You have this much room.
Yeah, but this is something.
Yeah.
Fuck
that. Fuck this.
Yeah. Which sounds, it says in theoretic sounds amazing. These days, the Skyride is so crowded that you can barely see your own feet, let alone tremendous views. The prices are so bad, the cheapest ticket that you can get is nearly $50.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe instead just drive and look on the canyon rim and, look out. Like, like you said, look out on the side of it. Oh my God, I can remember that. I can't remember what plaque that was, but I was so excited. And it was this giant hill. And it wasn't even something big because I read it in the book. And it was like, I swear to God, the plaque is like this small. Like, it was just like, what? The Statue of Liberty. Now, okay, I kind of disagree with this a little bit. Okay, oh no, I don't. So they're talking about actually going to the Statue of Liberty. I would like to see Statue of Liberty from like the banks, from the like in New York, but standing there looking at it, like not going on the island.
We went there. That was very underwhelming. Like I thought we were gonna be there and like there was gonna be like things
Yeah.
or like at least
Yeah,
like
yeah,
hear things about it.
yeah.
It's literally like you walk in a circle and then you're done because you
Yeah,
can't go in
you
it
can't
anymore.
go in anywhere. No, yeah. So they're like, it's a waste. It's a waste.
Yeah.
But for me, I still would like to get close. I don't have to be on Ellis Island looking up, but I want to be like on that New York coastline looking from afar because that's as close as I need to because I'd be able to see all of it. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the next one.
Still not for me.
The next
Maybe
one.
I'm just not like a.
I don't know. Like the next one. The next one. I get this and I don't get this. So I feel like this next thing can be golden or it can be trash. Oh, we got another.
The Statue of Liberty can be hard to see from the banks because of the fog. That's what happened when I went.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, thanks, Ashley. Thanks for. But
it's
I still.
Rushmore.
But that's what I would. That still wouldn't be. Still, I'd be like, okay, then forget it.
Yeah.
Whale watching. You know how pain in the ass I have to tell people to get off my lawn. No.
I think it was like second grade, maybe first grade, whatever. You go on that field trip, never seeing a fucking whale.
So here's my thing, okay, and I'm being
and it's fucking cold.
Okay, so this is my thing, okay.
Yeah.
First of all, I am
the whale.
I want to see that movie for no, but after seeing, I talked about that place that had like the big whale, like skeleton above. There's a museum that had like a whale. When I went to the second row and realized how big that was compared to who I was, and that's just the bones. We're not even talking about with the actual like
yeah.
other parts to it. I got very overwhelmed. I could never just seeing pictures of like someone in a kayak over a whale. Like I just get
your heart sinks.
Yeah, I just get like because I know they're not vicious animals, but they're so big they don't know you're there. Like they have no clue. And basically, you know how they say they go and you can never find them. And basically, they said, and all you're really looking for is the tail to slap the thing, the water, and then you'd be like, oh my god, because that's when you realize how big they are. Mm-hmm. And then, are you ready for this? They're usually $50 a person.
Are you talking about the Boston Whaling Museum?
I think so. I think that's what it is. It's so funny. I went on a field trip with my girlfriend in high school, but it was her field trip. It wasn't mine. I got
you just went along.
No. I had asked the teacher.
Okay.
He was my 8th grade English teacher, but he had moved up and became a archaeologist teacher. And there was a thing. See if I remember. Remember Lucy? It was the very first primate that they figured out was a woman, and they had her feet. Back then, they found like tracks from her from in like it's not lava. What is it called? Like the rock, lava rock, and they did casts of it, and it was at this museum. And she was going to go, and I said, "I want to see that." And I went and I talked to the teacher, and the teacher said, "Well, if I can get permission from my parents, he would let me go." And that whole day was the best day of my life because it was all shit. I just was like a sponge that day. I remember they talked about they knew it was a woman because one side was actually sinks down. That means she was holding the baby, was always on her left side, like right side or something. I was just like. I was like the whole time. Yeah. I remember Chrissy's like, nice. I was like, grown-ups are talking right now. Like, I was so because they had the plaster. They had like the plaster. It was like the moment where science was the closest it ever was to me, and I really was like, yeah, I could do this for the rest of my life. I could be a history teacher. This is awesome. It really was. But I remember like they allowed you to walk around, and they're like, it had. I don't even know, but we had so many animals that were stuffed and whatever they're called, and like they had butterflies. And I remember being like, because it was like all animals that you're never going to see.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I was. I don't remember. We've tried to look it
It was
up
all a
before.
dream.
It wasn't. I know it wasn't because I've looked up the whole. I think her name was Lucy, what they called her, and it was a mother that walks on the thing, and I totally was the best day of my life. I just sat there, and when they took out the plaster, and they're like, you weren't allowed to touch it. Everyone's wearing like white gloves. We had to actually sit on our hands. We're high school kids sitting on our hands, and it'd be. I'm pretty sure her name was Lucy. Yeah, there it is. See, I'm not crazy.
Wow.
I am crazy, but yeah. Venice. So we all know Venice is the. Yep. See, her name was Lucy. I did listen.
Lucy.
And they say that she had a baby the way she was walking because of the weight on one foot, which was, I don't know. It's just fascinating. It was one of those moments. I'm a nerd with that stuff, so I could actually, if I knew what that place was, I'd go back again. I'd be like, teach them to me again, because I was young and wasn't, smart enough to remember. I do know it didn't stay there. Those feet, those plasters, they were going through to another museum. I think you can look though. They can make go okay. Look, or say first had it. What Venice. I'm going to go to the next one. You good with Lucy? Can we move along now?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Venice? Don't go to Venice. Bird poop. Sorry, but that's what Venice is full of. Due to all the pigeons that flock there. And you know what? Every movie you see that, when you see that big thing, there's always tons of pigeons. You know what I'm talking about? Like that fountain area that's so beautiful. Why? And basically they say you're basically slipping in it, and there's tons and tons and tons of tourists, which stomps through all of it. Ugh, I can't even imagine it. And they have a lot of canals, which is not bad, but it makes up a lot of narrow and confusing streets that have dead ends and no way out. And so a lot of people get very lost and confused.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then you're stomping through poop, which I can't imagine anyone wants to do. Now, your dad did this. Las Vegas Strip.
That's underwhelming?
Huh?
That's underwhelming? I thought a lot of people love that.
Everyone visits Las Vegas thinking it's going to be one of those Ocean 11 movies or 20th century version, and it's not. It's more like tromping around a bunch of fake, cool but fake attraction in a blizzard heat. Everything costs us $1 million. Everyone is nice to you because they want your money. You can't get close enough to those friggin' fountains at the Bellagio, thank you, whatever it's called, and to even really see the show. Well, that makes sense because there's so many people.
It was in the Cleveland Museum of Natural History.
Well, it can't be in Cleveland. We didn't go to Cleveland.
Okay, then it was in the American Museum of Natural History in New York.
Well, I don't remember going to New York that day.
Okay, the Field Museum in Chicago.
Listen, I thought it was close.
Then it's got to be the New York one.
No, I guess. I don't remember going to New York. I remember it being a day trip. I guess New York can be a day trip. Yeah. Must have been New York. It was fascinating. I don't care. I will never forget that.
Now she's in the National Museum of
Ethiopia. I know is passing through, and it was one of those. It was the first place it was going to go on the tour, or wherever.
The Smithsonian
God bless you.
Denied it. Didn't want it.
Didn't want it? Because a lot of people don't believe it's legit. Like, no, they believe it's real, but they don't believe everything behind it. It was really the best day of my life as a kid. At least I thought so. The Newport. Jesus Christ. Okay. The Hollywood sign. I can't see. Why would you go to Hollywood sign? It's a sign.
Yeah.
Like, why would you go to that?
Then a lot of people, you can't really go there because it's they blocked off the street because of all the people who actually live there. They were getting annoyed.
Right.
By all the tourists.
Hike up to the sign is really steep, And as well, it just says the letters aren't more interesting behind it. It's stupid. They say there's nothing there. It's a sign. It's not like you're going to see someone's signature in the back or something. Let's see here.
I feel like it's the same thing with the stars, like the Hollywood stars.
That's here. I know it is. Hold on.
Because it's like unless you like are looking for a particular one to go see,
right? Because it's
there's
basically
just like
all your
stars.
It's not even their like picture or something. It's just their name and whatever. So like you'll walk down there. There's got to be people you don't have a clue about. Like, there's gonna be
probably 90% of them.
You'll be like, I don't know who this person is.
Yeah. When did that start?
I haven't got there yet, but you're pushing. Like you're the one with the computer. The Vatican City. What the hell wants to go to the Vatican City? I'm sure somebody does. I don't want to trade. Same thing with
Stanley Kramer.
He's the first one to do it.
February 8th, 1960.
See, I would probably go see his name, have to write it down, or look, or like try to Google that. I have no idea who that guy is. Graceland.
Graceland?
Yeah. 40 years after his death. Save yourself the trip, the money by buying a velvet Elvis painting at your local thrift shop because it have the same effect. Yeah, because I heard some of the rooms are really like dated, so you really go in there and it's really, I don't know. I think I still could go. What does she write? Oh no, the same thing. I agree with this. The Sydney Opera House from Australia.
Never been.
Because
obviously.
Huh?
I said I've never been, obviously.
No, obviously. But that's one of those things where if you're watching a particular show inside of it, that's fine, but you're inside of it, so you can't enjoy the beauty because the beauty's outside of it. And then if you're outside of it, why are you spending the money? Like, it's one of those type of things. What? The Sydney Opera House? You know what it is. It's the one that look like all the half shell.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to.
Yeah, they look like the dishes that put in the dishwasher. Ashley, don't you agree?
No,
don't you agree, Ashley? Doesn't that look like dishes you put in the dishwasher? And someone put the last two on the wrong side?
Oh, that fucking pisses me off.
Me too. I'm like, it all had to be the same. Why? Because it does. Why? It does.
Oh well, the inside's pretty cool looking.
It is beautiful inside, but if you're watching like a show you want to watch, it's beautiful. See that, but that's from afar.
I know.
That's not going to be close. Ashley agrees with me. They said the White House was a bit of a snooze.
It is.
I didn't go on my thing, but
we didn't go inside, but we looked at it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And they mostly say if you really want to watch it, because there's so many Secret Services, just watch it on TV because it's probably more accurate than the actual tour is. This is another one. Great Wall of China. Like the second you get on it, it's like okay, like you get it, and now you don't see the beauty because the beauty is
looking at
the Great Wall, not the mile you're standing, whatever it is. Like so that doesn't always. And I don't know if you're allowed to walk the whole thing through. Like I don't think you're allowed.
Is it falling apart?
Huh?
Is it falling apart?
No, but I don't know if you're allowed. I've never heard of someone walking from one side to another. I heard that it like there's. I don't think you can walk the Great Wall like the whole thing. I don't know why. I feel like I've never heard that. It would take 18 months to walk the whole length. For some reason, I've never heard it. Probably no one's like, yeah, that's too good.
5,000 miles.
Yeah. That's why it's called the Great Wall.
Has anyone walked the entire? Dong Yo Hoi. Butcher that name.
Oh, I know that guy.
Has spent the last 3 decades protecting and promoting.
Me and Dong go way back.
It was the first time ever for humans to go on the expedition to the entire Great Wall, leaving the first complete set of footprints.
I'm telling you, me and Dong go way back.
Yeah.
Yep.
How much does it cost? Does it cost?
Wow.
Oh my god, you have to pay.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I hadn't got to that part of the thing yet, but okay. Yeah, I had. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's
40,
certain things.
what's there? You
Yeah, yang.
40 yang for adults, 20 yang for seniors, 20 for children, and free for children under 1.2 meters.
Yes.
Oh, like height
Yeah,
wise?
walking, yeah. Yeah, height. They don't go by age, they go by height. If you're a tall 10-year-old, like, too bad, kid.
Right.
They're not like, the buffets. Oh, she's 5.
We were 5 for a long time with you. All of them, 5. The triplets. Oh wait, Ashley was never with us.
No, Ashley's
but Marin.
Marin, you, Sammy.
Niles J.
They're all 5. That's $2. That one's... She's tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's tall.
She's got titties, girl.
Those are fat. Stop judging. You call my baby fat? My beautiful girl, 5-year-old. Do you have proof? Oh, you denying me? Right. Eiffel Tower is an
has like the birth certificate, like fake one.
Eiffel Tower is overrated.
Oh yeah, I hear that. What are those beans in was it Chicago? Is it Chicago? No, like like the giant bean that's like.
No, I don't. Why are you giving those eyes? Like, you have to think. What did giant beans in Chicago? I don't know if it's
actually called that. Giant bean.
Swing at the end of the world?
It is Chicago.
It is? I don't know.
This thing. You know. Take your time. This thing.
I've never seen that in my life. Are
you fucking kidding me?
I'm not joking. But it's a chrome bean. No, it's something else. It's a silver bullet.
You know what?
No wonder you know about this. How long have you been standing there?
Now I want to go. Just
my question doesn't go bzz, bzz, or bzz.
Nobody wants bzz, bzz. I feel like this would be underwhelming.
Yeah, that looks pretty big.
You know what would be great to go look at, though?
Hey, Lube.
The new statue of Martin Luther King. And whatever.
Nope, you can't get me to go down that road.
I should have gone today. I was in Boston.
You miss out on the good stuff. Hold on.
How have you not seen this?
I don't know. I've never seen that. Sorry, I missed out on the world here. I have to agree with this. The Space Needle. It's $30 to go on top of it.
Are you kidding me?
Right, and I believe it's a restaurant up there, which is right? Doesn't it have the restaurant on top? And then you have to like. Oh no! Or no, there is, but there's a viewing point, which is $30 to go to the top of it to see.
Fuck that!
Yeah, you have to $30, and it's a restaurant. I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a restaurant. Yeah, see, connection. I believe this, and how you and I are going to disagree.
I don't do height, so like none of this.
You and I are going to disagree on this one.
Okay.
Is Epcot.
I'm not going to disagree
because I feel now Ryan and I went to Ryan and I went. The best part was drinking in every country, but I remember sitting in every country and drinking, going, "This is the shittiest like
around the world."
Around the world, because it's not even. It almost doesn't even look like the place that we're going. Like we sat in Germany because Ryan hit on this German because they're all legit from each country that they're going to. So he met this beautiful like blonde girl, and because Ryan was German, he talked German. So he was talking to her for quite a bit, and of course she kept giving us another drink, and we kept drinking. Yeah, we were in our 20s, and but I like as I was sitting there, he's talking to her. I'm looking around, going, "This is the shittiest like." Not even Germany looked like this. Like, it just looked crappy. Like, the paint wasn't, like...
See, I don't like Epcot because I don't think it's really catered for me. Because, like around the world, great, whatever. Right. But I'm not, like, into that.
Right.
And then, like, the rides are kind of suck.
Right.
And so it's just, like, not my favorite place to go.
I have to say, The only thing that kind of helped me, and I don't think they do this anymore because I'm almost positive they don't, is they used to have this thing where you can drink around the world, and every time you drank their drink, you'd get a shot glass.
I don't know if they saw.
I don't think so. We're talking about, and when I did this, we're talking about '99.
Mhm.
So they were kind of celebrating, getting ready for the year 2000 celebration. So there was like, party since like a night, and like the 2000 was there already, even though it was '99. Like everyone's getting ready for the world to blow up in 2000. Y2K. And I remember him like, "Oh, we can get shot glasses." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great, great, let's do it." And of course, we were drinking already, so you get like a prize for drinking. Mm-hmm. So we had going around, and he's like, "Want to go around again?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's go around." So I have like 5 sets of freaking shot glass. No, I remember giving a set away to.
So now you have 4.
But I remember being like that, and the only thing I didn't like was like we had to get we went to the England part, and I had been to England, and I'm looking around going, this is nothing like. Mm-hmm. I was there, like this is nothing like this. And I was like, I'll have a black and tan, which is Guinness and Bass Ale. I don't know what this guy gave me, but there was no black and tan. I was like, what the hell is this? It was just, I felt like they were supposed to make me feel like I was in that country, but I didn't feel like it. The only thing I will say, and I'll give Epcot the nod on this, is that if you eat the food, it is really good. Like if you had dinners at those places, they're really good. Because one night we had Germany, one night we had Italy, and it was amazing. Like, they came out.
We had Mexico. Mexico was really good.
The food was really good. Like I said, they came out with the Italian. I had got Alfredo. I couldn't even finish it. It was so rich and so it was so good. Yeah. And she's like, "Can you finish it?" I'm like, "No, we actually put a doggy bag and probably I think we ate it for lunch next because we didn't want to waste it. It was so good." And then we went to Germany. That I didn't care for but he was hitting on this girl, so it was, and so we had to eat. I don't even know what we ate. We had like sausage, and I was just like, everything tastes like vinegar. At one point, I was like, "Ugh." He's like, "Keep drinking." I'm like, "Ugh." I just figured the more I drank, the less I could taste.
You're brown and beige there. You're gray and beige.
Black and tan was definitely not black and tan. So I'm going to say, Epcot was a big letdown for me. I agree. I agree with this one too. The London Eye. It's basically a giant Ferris wheel in London. Oh. It's a giant Ferris wheel, and
fuck that.
And yeah, I'm sure it's really pretty, but like they say, once you get kind of up there, it's like once you're there, you're kind of like, it's something. See, it's something that's good for like the first 10 minutes, but then it's like, now, right. Yeah, like now I've looked around, and now.
See, I feel like this is why I don't like to travel because I get overwhelmed. I mean, underwhelmed with like all like, oh, let's go do this because everyone says it's so good.
Right, but then you get there, you're like, and like I have to say, they were like Stonehenge. I was so excited to see Stonehenge, and then it was like,
great, now I'm done.
I had to actually, like I said, it was roped off, so I had to walk all the way around and walk off. And you're like, I like the pictures where I could see everything. Like you almost get to a point where the pictures, it's like my friend said, "Don't ever go to a football game." I said, "Why not go to a football game?" He's like, "Because you can't hear anything." I said, "What do you mean?" He's like, unless you bring a transmitter, it's like you can't hear, you can't see replays, you can't see, like it's just you sitting there watching football. And I was like, oh yeah, like you don't think about it, and then when you're like, yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, that's not for everyone. I mean, I know people go and they go a little, they like half watch it on TV, half it watch it, which now we can do. I know a lot of baseball players used to do that. Watch baseball, listen to the on the radio all the play-by-play calling and stuff because it would be better because it's dead quiet at the game.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. So we're going to put the two together for you because you don't like Paris. You said you said a lot of people say it was boring. So let's put Disneyland and Paris together.
Disneyland and never been to Disneyland, but I know it's underwhelming compared to Disney World.
So no. Paris. Disneyland, Paris.
Got it.
Yes. Disney dreams destination for many who can't get to Florida or California. And they basically say it's just so downsized that you lose like what you get from the other places.
I think it would be cool to go to all the Disney lands.
No,
and
until
stuff.
you go there, and
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
because is it Disneyland Japan that they took down? And you can just see it's like you understand why it didn't work because when you look at it, you're going, yeah, that's like 1/4 of what we know it. It's almost like go to Disney.
Yeah.
Like I get you're from wherever, save up for the next 100 years, go. But because it's wherever you're going to go is going to be a letdown for you. Well, that's actually it for me.
That's it. Well, that's good because we're done.
It's about that time. Oh, well, one more.
Okay.
Which I disagreed with. Okay. Oh, actually, two. Where's the? Oh, because I skipped some. That's why. There's one where Seattle, the gum wall.
Ew.
It's where like my generation went gum. I'm like, yeah, that's cool for about 5 seconds. Like, who paid to go see it?
And now you want to squish your nasty gum and touch somebody else's nasty gum.
Yeah, I'm
to squish it on there. Absolutely.
And
what's the lock one?
Oh yeah, I didn't get that one.
I feel like that one's
Seattle gum wall. I didn't have it because that they don't allow that anymore because it was weighing down the locks on the bridge because it was put too much weight because it was because now they're putting locks on locks. But I always thought that was real cute until like they showed it. It was like I was like yeah. The Mall of America. See, I think that's wrong. I think if you legitimately like the mall, and like I said, if you're 15, it's amazing. Yeah. But if you're have no reason to go to a mall, you don't need a. Yeah, they actually stop people from putting it on, and I think they're starting to remove them because it's actually because I watched the show. It's actually putting too much weight on the actual bridge. I don't know if that's true. I watched a thing on it, so.
I believe you.
Yeah, no, I know you do. I'm not calling you.
I mean, that's sad for anyone who's locks.
I think the trick is you're married, you put your locks on. Once you don't know who they're cutting off, you kind of like forgive and forget, like unless you live in the neighborhood. But
all of a sudden the divorce.
They're like, I don't love you anymore.
Cutting the string and like you're dead or whatever.
Yeah, so that's it for this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is it for our live. I'd like to thank the Goofy Geek Boutique for sponsoring us. They don't even sponsor. They don't even know we're on anymore.
Who are they?
I don't know who they are. You can check us on YouTube on Tuesdays.
Should you subscribe, comment, hit the bell?
Believe it or not, guys, just to give a little shout out. No one watches this anyway, but if you do watch this, really do give a thumbs up or make a comment because that actually does really help. Because I've been watching a lot of the algorithm. They said if you can just get like 10 likes on things, that it just makes it easier for you guys to see it more. And they're like, yeah, that's why I don't. And if you want to see us live, bye. Oh my God, she's like, yep, I'm out. You can see us live on the Goofy Geek After Dark. You are more than welcome to join and watch and throw out comments, make fun of us because we make fun of ourselves enough. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye.
Bye.